Welcome guys to the Mobility Workshop. I'm Justin from Resolute Performance, and today we're going to run through some mobility drills specific to ultimate frisbee. These drills are designed to decrease injury risk and increase performance. For the purposes of today, mobility of the joint or flexibility of the muscle and optimization of those is trying to get the joints and the muscles to get to the range where it's optimal for the muscle to create contraction and, in a sense, performance. If we can't get to the ranges or flexibility or mobility that we need to for performance, for running, for cutting, for jumping, for crouching, for diving, then that won't allow us to perform at our best and, in turn, increase our injury risk. For example, a metaphor to think about with lack of mobility. Imagine like you're running down the sideline, running as fast as you can, and you're trying to get to a big long huck. What happens when you've got a big lack of mobility is it's like someone grabbing onto your shirt and holding on. You have to work that much harder to try and get to the position that you can to get the best performance possible. If you can increase your mobility, all of a sudden that person hold on to your shirt, let's go. You've got a greater ability to get to the position of performance and don't have to work as hard to get there. Now, we're going to run through 8 mobility drills that can help you to increase your performance and decrease your injury risk. The big areas for ultimate frisbee: lower back, hips, and ankles. They're the 3 areas that I see the most when people come in and see me, and also see me at competitions. And these are the areas that you can go get most bang for your buck with these 8 exercises. Some of these exercises also act as a testing battery that you can look at each and every time you train, take photos, have a look at the changes, and see how your mobility is increasing. The first of our mobility drills is the 90-90 drill. So what you need to do with your front leg, you need to create a 90 degrees at your knee, 90 degrees at the hip, back leg, 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee. Ideally, what you need to have is an upright torso and, if possible, both hands off the ground. As you can tell, my hips are a little bit tight at the moment, so as a little bit of an assistance, you can hold your hand to the side. After your 30-second hold, then transition as smoothly as you can to the other side, keeping your feet still the whole time, and both knees to the ground in the second position, and transitioning. Your measuring points: 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and also the position and upright ability of your torso. Our next mobility drill that we're going to run through is the straight knee lunge. So for the straight knee lunge, what you need to do: 2 hands flat on the ground, shoulder width apart, front leg on the outside of your hands, back leg nice and long. Once you get that position, sink your hips as low as you can, and then from there, really accentuate the knee straightening. So back knee stays straight. Try and keep your torso as upright as possible. You should have the stretch through front hamstring and also back quad. Now your figure 4 rotation. With your figure 4 rotation, it's all about where your hips start. So what you need to find is bent leg goes in front of straight leg, just above the knee. From that position, you want to lean down onto the inside of your leg. So that comes down and that lays straight. From this position, you want to reach away from the bent knee. Bent knee this side, so I want to reach away from there. This hand is used to lever the body up, while also this hand is to reach through as far as possible. Here it is from a different position. So from the side, bent knee, above knee, inside of leg, reach away from bent knee, this hand pushes up this hand reaches through. Now for the duck walk. With your duck walk, more of a dynamic mobility exercise, and it's all centered on the ankles. So, as you're moving through your duck walk position, big idea, try and keep your heel down to the ground and get your knee over your toe as far as possible. So, as best you can, hug onto your thighs, torso stays upright the whole time, and as you go, knee goes over toe, and change, knee goes over toe, and change, knee goes over toe, change, knee goes over toe. You'll find as you're moving through that your heel will come up after, but as best you can, try and keep it down as long as possible before you transition onto the next leg. Now, after our first 4 mobility exercises, which are more dynamic, here are our trigger ball or roller extras. So, if you've got one of these little trigger balls, all you're going to do, first one, is the foot or the foot arch. Nice and simple. Start the ball down towards your heel, and all you need to do is nice and slowly roll all the way up to your toes, or base of your toes, more on the inside of the foot. Put as much pressure as you feel comfortable, and then back down. Next to our trigger exercises is our adductor or our groin muscle. So, where you want to find, inside of your knee, about 5 to 10 centimeters up towards your leg, up your leg, and there'll be a little soft spot in there. I like to chuck a little bit of a weight to lift it up a little bit. You can use anything, a book, anything to lift it up off the ground so your little trigger ball can sit on. And find that spot. Lay yourself down. Make sure you're on the mark and hold that position. If possible, once you've found that position, if you can, slowly straighten your knee while keeping the ball in the same position and bend your knee. This will increase the stretch. Next up is our glute trigger exercise. So again, using your ball, finding a position at the top of the glute. So if you think about the glute as the cheek, you want to try and find the top of the cheek and a little bit towards the outside. So if we're looking at it from behind, we're going to go to the top and then a little bit to the outside. Again, find that. Sitting your weight on top of that. Once you can cope with the pressure, that same leg goes up and across on the other knee. And hold that. Next is our hip flexor. So again, grabbing your ball, finding a position, pointy part of your hip. Again, go down about 5-10 centimeters. Find a soft spot. Ball goes there. You want to lean your body weight onto it. As with any of these exercises, if there's any intense pain, numbness or tingling, please cease the exercises and consult one of your allied health professionals. So I hope you got something out today. Remember, mobility is just one part of the puzzle. Mobility in isolation won't just get you there. If it's part of a holistic strength and conditioning program and also field program, then that's when you'll get the best results possible. Thanks for tuning into today's workshop. If you have any questions, please send them in through to Resolute Performance on any of the contact details provided or Queensland Ultimate.